Hello everybody. What we're going to be doing today is doing our Gods tier list for the 1.0 launch of Hades 2. This tier list music has everyone but Hades himself on it, which that's fine. You just get him for like the last room or the last couple of rooms of a run, so I'm not even going to count that. Yeah, it's fine not having him on there. So we'll just do all of the Olympians first. Start off with Aphrodite. I'm probably not going to have anything in D tier, to be fair. I don't think anything really is in D tier. The game's too well balanced for that. You could spread it way out if you want to, and just kind of be really anal with it. But I don't think that's necessary. So yeah, what we're gonna do is just for me, Aphrodite. I'm gonna drop her into A, and the reason I'm gonna put her so high. Any run. First off, I like defensive gods. She's very defensive. She can give you tons of HP and magic points. She does tons of damage mitigation. She has tons of dodge, even though it got nerfed a little bit. Still, she has a lot of dodge. The main thing that I really like her for, and she can be super offensive. Like if you're using the axe or something, and you want to just put like a juicy percentage on your attack. She has the biggest percentage for the special and for the and for attack. So that's multiple reasons why she's really good. But if you're not doing a giant mana expenditure run where you need Born Gain, etc., you know, the 3 or 4 really good ones, you just want Glamour Gain because it just gives you automatic origination. Like you just have origination all the time, which is incredible. It's so important to have origination. So that's another reason why I'm going to put her up there. Just an overall fan of her. Next we have Apollo. Where am I going to put Apollo? I think he's very good. I'm going to put him a very high B for now. Let me try to explain this. He has what he has that you want. He has some of the best in slot things. His legendary is top tier. His mana regen is now very good. His sprint is the best. But outside of like 4 or 5 amazing boons, his cast is fine. His attack is cool on a couple things. But outside of that, like he has so many boons you just don't want. He has like the worst boon in the game. He has like all the stuff that you kind of want to slap on the tail end of an Omega cast build, which is, you know, Prominence Flare and Supernova. Supernova is situationally okay. Prominence Flare you really don't really ever want unless you're doing goofy stuff. So I'm just gonna leave him at B. Like self-healing is good. That's like his really defensive. No, I guess Daze is a good defensive tool, but so yeah, he's good, but he's not like. He's definitely a tier below Aphrodite in my opinion. Next we have Aries. Oy. Yeah, Aries is gonna go into C. Okay, my reasoning for this. If you're doing a dedicated Aries run, you need to get his legendary, or it doesn't really come together, and that's a problem. The legendary is very good. I like. There's certain like I like the fact that he puts you into Heinous Affront, which is a good offensive build. He literally has no defense other than Blood Spree, and if you're doing rivals boss fights, that doesn't do anything because if you get below 40 health, they're just gonna one shot you, so you can't really face tank with it. Yeah, I mean Grievous Blow is really good. Wounds are fine. Like, it's not really the best. It's not really a top tier curse. It's just a curse that goes on stuff. It gives you origination, which is cool, but yeah, the Grievous Blow is the main reason why you want wounds. That and Heinous Affront. But the only reason why wounds are good is because they get you into Heinous Affront and and Grievous Blow. He has Mutual Destruction and Grievous Blow. There's the only reason why people still take him. I wish he was better. I wish they would have did something to make him better. They didn't really. I still use him more than I think I'm going to. So that's how well balanced this game is like he still fits into a lot of runs, but I think he's definitely the bottom tier god. Next is Artemis. Yeah, Artemis is S tier. Like, it sucks you can't like get her all the time, but you're every run when you do get her, you it's noticeably better. You're like, oh man, you can just slap within one roll. You're gonna get a really strong chance at crit. So I mean, whether it's vital signs or lethal snare or marked for death, I think is the one. And then there's even pressure points isn't awful. Pressure points. There's my dog. Murphy, come on, chill. Pressure points is just like putting Rocky on, having an extra Rocky. It's pretty good. That's like the floor for her. So for one boon, that's pretty disgustingly good. Next we have Athena. Yeah, Athena can go into A tier. Like, if you're playing Death Defiances, she's like a must for your run, really. I play Strength, so it's less of a must, but I love hexes. I try to weave a God-sent hex into like every run. At least on my surface runs. It doesn't really work on the Underworld. I can never really get the God-sent I want, or just fill out the God-sent tree very well. So, yeah, I mean... But on the surface, like, I tend to go like... My runs tend to go, if they're working out well, as I go God-sent, or like a God Keepsake, into Moonbeam, second zone, into Athena for Task Force, into Knucklebones. Like, that's how all my really strong runs go, basically. Here's Chaos. Chaos is chaotic, right? Obviously. So we're just going to drop Chaos into B. Like, half the time when you see Chaos, you're like, no, I'm good. But Chaos can also completely break a run wide open. So it's not bottom of the rung, not top of the rung. Like, I'll leave him solid B tier right there. That should be self-explanatory. I will take the Chaos Keepsake sometimes if I didn't get into a Godsend before the summit. Not the summit. Yeah, the summit. Not summit. Mount Olympus. I will just slap on Chaos to see what I get, because it's kind of fun, right? Sometimes you can get really broken stuff like Creation or Strike or Flourish. Those are all really good. Or the cast one can be good if you're into a strong cast build. So yeah, there's that. I think that's pretty accurate. Here's Demeter. I think Demeter just slots in right behind. Just for new players, because of new players, I'm going to slap her right in front of Aphrodite. For defensive purposes, freeze until you really get your feet under you in the game. Just using her keepsake and going into Arctic Ring will just like make your runs 10 times easier. So I mean, I think that for that reason, she has to be A tier. She would be S, except for I think she drops off as you get better at the game. Like, you're just gonna want a cast that does more damage once you're way better at the game. And yeah, that's basically that. Like, she's amazing at helping you get good at the game. And then later on, it's like you're like, thank you, Demeter, you got me here. But now I have to leave you behind a little bit. Like, you'll still take her. She's not like bad. It's just that you're not going to prioritize Demeter anymore once you get better at the game. Here's Dionysus. I mean, yeah, we'll go right here in B tier. Like, I never skip Dionysus. Like, if I see his room, I'd go into it. So he's maybe that, what I just said should put him ahead of Chaos. Yeah, because I do skip Chaos. And basically, I'm almost always just looking for worry free, unless I just take worry free unless I have. Let's say I have Moonwater, then I want to be able to see my hit points to heal myself. So then, if I have Moonwater, then I prefer to take. I think his is called Bounce Back. Yeah, I think it's called Bounce Back. I just try to remember because Aphrodite has a similar thing. I think his is Bounce Back. Yeah. So, but yeah, then but he has a bunch of offensive things that are good too, like Drunken Stupor is good. Tipsy Shot is good. The Grape Juice I think is good. and the fog is probably it's okay. And then I don't actually if you're on daggers, the reckless abandon is actually super good, especially if you're just like if you're just like putting scorch or waves with the daggers. You're not really paying attention to the amount you're hitting with the daggers. Reckless abandon is like 2 of the 3 hits are upgrades, and if you have success rate, you can make it so you get like an extra 20% or something, or at least 15% to hit that the 555, which is just like a massive damage up. So nothing he has is like atrociously horrendous or anything. So there you go. And here's Hephaestus. He's the king of the defensive gods, so we are going to place him in S tier. Yeah, you just always want. There's just never. They fixed his offensive stuff, so it's usable too, and he has like the funnest duo boons. So, I'm trying to think here. Like, should he just be high A? Maybe he's just high A. We'll leave him in S for now. Here's Hera. She is definitely S tier. You need her best mana regen in slot. Hitch is one of the best curses, and now that her sprint is like maybe tied for first place with Blinding Rush, you can't deny her anymore. She's just so good. Bridal Glow is one of the funnest things. If you're doing high mana builds, she's the queen. If you're doing anything where you're just trying to spread Hitch around, like obviously you need to have her for obvious reasons. She's the only one with Hitch, but like she's just really good at most things that you want to do. She has a super fun like set of boons. Proper upbringing into like common or uncommon whatever. So you can get like a 20% damage buff across the board for not having commons, and then you just go into her legendary where she just like gives you 4 infusions. Like it's so awesome. Like it's so good. Anyway, here's enough about her. Here's Hermes. Where are we putting Hermes? I'll drop Hermes in right behind Apollo. Hermes is very good, but most runs. You're going to get 2 Hermes boons probably just from his shops no matter what. And you're fine with that. And like a lot of times I just take Quick Buck or like Nimble Limbs. And then there's runs where there's runs where he make or breaks the run where you're looking for success rate in Winner's Circle. So that's basically where he is. To me, he's either kind of like meh or like this is a fun run where I need Winner's Circle or success rate to really be crazy. So, he's what he is. Getting extra sprint speed is pretty good. Nitro boost is like a good boon. So he always has good options. He could even be A tier, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go B. Here is Hestia. Hestia is also S tier because Scorch has gotten so crazy. And Hot Pot is another very good dodge boon. Smolder Ring is like top 3 cast probably. Her attack is good on things that hit fast. Try to think. It's good. It's good on like what's the Anubis? Yeah, it's really good on Anubis. It's good on the daggers. It's good on all the black code aspects where you're punching fast. So like, she's just really solid. You glowing coal, like super good. If you're using the special. The Omega special with like a couple of the different staffs. You want her fireballs; they're really good. And in that case, you can get that Aries duo boon. It makes Aries worth grabbing because you can just add 250 or whatever it is power from wounds on like the fireballs that she's shooting. Oh, it's very fun way to play. So here we got Poseidon. We're gonna drop Poseidon in right in front of Athena in A tier. I love Poseidon. They fixed his. I would have put him in B tier, but they fixed his splash, so it's actually working better again. And Flood Gain is a very good mana regen. I love Buried Treasure. I think it's a very good boon for new players just to be able to buy more hit points and more healing and later in the runs just to have more money. big money, big hit point builds, I think is the way to go if you're trying to clear 32 fear for the first time and you're not like super high skilled like a even like Halion level or boated where you can like where you can dodge a lot and like if you're clearing 60 fear then if you're that skill level player. But like if you're just like more on my level where like your cap's probably closer to is around 40 something fear, I might try to go for 50 at some point. I don't know, but I've done 40 on a couple aspects. Yeah, I think Poseidon's very good. His cast is super good now. Froth is a good curse. Not a lot else to say. Like if you're going for big mega cast stuff, you need to have him because Geyser Spout is the thing that really makes mega casts work. Adding like between 200 and 300 damage depending on the rarity is super good, obviously. And here's where I think we're gonna probably drop. We're probably going to drop Hef and Artemis to the top of A, I think, now that I look at this better. There can't be that many S tiers. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to go like this. And Zeus, I think Zeus is here. Yeah, but Zeus is just... Blitz, obviously Blitz is probably the second best curse behind Scorch. His duo boons are incredible. He probably has the funnest way to get runs with the King's what's it called? King's Bounty or King's Ransom. He has a good cast. Lightning Lance is good. Static Shock is good. Blitz is good. His mana regen, while it can be annoying, is like probably the second best one in reality. It's either that or that. It's like 3 or 4 of them that are tied for second best. That's more situational depending on what you're doing. His legendary is good. What else is like double strike is good. Like just so many boons that are good. His infusion used to not be good, but now it is good because you want it with cast builds. You want it with basically just anytime you do the cast builds all have or static shock. If you have static shock, you want it like there's a bunch of different things that just you can runs with you want like air quality into Wispy Wiles all in the same run, and you're like so much damage, so much defense, all wrapped up in having lots of air boons. Like I think that just speaks for itself. Zeus is top tier. I think he's not miles ahead of Hestia or Hera anymore like he used to be. But I think this is pretty accurate now. Like is Chaos better than Dionysus? I don't know. I'll leave it like that. I think that's what I like. So I think that you have those 3 situationals. You have like Hermes, Dionysus, and Chaos, and I kind of feel that's where Apollo is. Like I never mind taking Apollo as my 4th god, but the only time I take him as like my 1st god is if I'm trying to just do something with his legendary. Other than that, I don't take him purposely. So I only wear his keepsake. But my favorite thing about Apollo is Beach Ball. I take Poseidon so much that I end up just taking Apollo later to get his rush boon, and then just go into Beach Ball because I love Beach Ball. Beach Ball is like a S tier boon. I'm going to be doing some boon tier lists coming up. I think that this is definitely... Yeah, I like this. We're going to go with this. If anyone has any questions or concerns or just wants to call me stupid because you disagree, that's fine too. Just give me a like or a comment or a dislike or whatever down below. Have a great day, everybody.